Okay. Fingers crossed that I'm officially live. But who knows with this thing, whether that's actually the case or not. I gotta wait for my... Oh, there's my notification. I got my notification that we're live officially. So we should be good. Fingers crossed, right? I want to thank everybody for the 4 likes so far. I literally start the stream off. I already have hello. Hey, what's up, baby? There's my wife saying hello like always. I hope that the... Whatchamacallit? Oh, let me drink some water real quick. That I hope that the... What's it called? The chat is updating like we always expect it to. Oh no, that doesn't look that big. Hold on. How do I fix that? Can I fix that? I don't know if it's gonna work. No, because I don't want it like that. Hold on. Hold on. Let's try that. I don't know if that's a work. I might fix the fuck. I might have to fix the what is it called? The actual settings of the chat. Like I have to like create new settings or something like that. I don't know. I really don't know. But anyways, so I will admit, okay, I didn't have a plan for today's stream initially. Why did something open that didn't need to open there? Okay. I initially didn't have a plan for this stream. Okay. I still am in catch-up mode because last week everything was a mess, right? Not with like YouTube itself, but like real life stuff, right? So it's on I'm assuming it's a fan game that was requested to me in the previous live stream, right? Well, no, not the previous live stream. The live stream before that, where we're doing the finale of the Pokemon Emerald Let's Play, Catch 'em All, you know that one. So I was supposed to do some research on a specific topic that the person asked for. It was a Pokemon. I think it was Pokemon Guide. I have it written somewhere in my notebooks. I think it's somewhere in this room. Okay, I'm gonna say that right now. I will admit there's a little bit of a mess here, but there is it's stopping. Oh well, we don't like that. See, why does it look like that? I wish it would look better. I wish there was a way to fix that. There might be something that I can do in the settings later. I'm not going to do it right now live. Actually, I could, realistically speaking. Hold on, can I try that? If I fix the settings, where's this one? If I try to fix this, we can do that. Okay, show avatars. Let's do that, and then make it bigger, like that, maybe like that. Line height, something like that, and then do this one. So we're doing live updates here. Okay, we're doing live updates here for how we want this to look. So we're gonna do that one that's like this, and then you're gonna be like maybe here. That one, I do that, and then no, we don't want that. Make these like that. I don't think we need that much right there. And then we'll do like that. And then we'll do this. And then for this one, we'll do like something like that, right? And then for you we'll do this one, and then for you Something like that. Okay, so, and then we'll do this. And this. Right, and then we'll do this. Right? And then we'll do like something like, so I'm sorry I'm not seeing the chat right now. Maybe if I move it. If I move the chat over here, maybe I'll be able to tell you guys anything. In case I see anything. I'm working on the chat here real quick. So let's see. If I do, I'm trying to see if I can find a good thing here. So I'm gonna grab this and then go to my OBS settings, and then I'm gonna go here, and then I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger here, and then do this, and then do that, and then just refresh. Okay, I think that's a little bit better, right? Do we all agree it looks better that way? I hope so, because I'm trying to make it look nice, look as nice as possible, right? So we're gonna go ahead and close that, and then go over here and close that, and there we go. So we should be good to go for now, right? That's my what I'm gonna say, right? That's what I'm gonna say. So they're in there a lot longer, so that's kind of what I want, right? Oh, maybe if there was just a way. Oh no, hold on. What if I do? Because I don't want it to like take over my whole like page and stuff like that. So, but I hope it looks good. I hope it works as intended, right? That's the whole. What if I put it more down here? No, because then if I do that, unless, what if I put it down here, right? What if I put it down here? And I'm just for my own sake, I'm gonna do like just like a test here real quick. Chat, right? If I do that, let's see if it shows up or if it doesn't. Okay, so there, I guess that works. I can leave it there. I don't know. I'm hoping that it doesn't do anything bad, right? I hope that actually looks good, or that it doesn't cause me any problems. I wonder if I could do something like this. Or what I could do is, no, because if I do that, because I was thinking, oh, like what if I like cut off like a portion of it? But the problem is that if I crop something out, then if somebody writes like a really long comment or they have a really long name, it's going to cut it off, and I don't want to do that, right? Because that defeats the purpose of having the chat on the screen, right? But we'll keep working it. We'll keep trying out things, right? You know how we do out here today. So, open this up over here and grab the chat, put it there. Okay, what if I want to do this smaller. Hold on. What if I grab you? No. There we go. And there we go. Okay. I think I have it set up how I want it. Okay, so as I was saying before all this interruption that we did, right? So I was supposed to do some research on I'm assuming it's a fan game. It's definitely a fan game because it's not an actual name for a Pokemon game. But I was asked by a viewer for a potential future Let's Play on the channel, right? Where it would be about this Pokemon game called Pokemon Guide. I have not been able to do my research on it, and I don't feel comfortable just downloading a freaking game, right? So I'm hoping, right, I can get that done this week. So because of that fact, and the fact that I don't have any other like game to talk about or any other like new things, I figured, since my wife was like, hey, you should probably stream today, right? You know, I said, we'll do it then. You know what? I don't have a plan for it, but we can make it work. So I just said, screw it. Let's talk about the future of the channel, right? Because that's one of the big things that I haven't done for a while. And yeah, I don't even remember the last time I made one of these. So I guess this is like a good spot because now we're finally back into like our weekly schedule for Pokemon Horizons because I caught up with the series, right? So I guess this stream is more about what you guys want to see, what I'm expecting the channel, maybe some changes that are coming through, or things that I'm planning on doing for the channel, right? You have some game suggestions that might hey, we're willing to try anything at this point, right? Let's I think the problem is that you're right. Like the computer is not like the greatest, right? I'm able to stream barely. Half the time I have problems with it lagging and crashing and stuff like that. So it's an issue whether it's or not. I'm gonna be able to do that type of stuff, right? So, but I'm always open to whatever you guys ask. I have no problems with that. We can always make stuff like that. So I guess the first update is that I have officially downloaded the latest version of Pokemon Rejuvenation, right? I did that because the game plan is that that's going to be one of our weekly stream games. I'm going to be streaming that every week, right? I don't know what day yet, right? Because I'm going to work with my wife. We're going to come up with a schedule for how we're going to do this stuff. But I want to stream at least that game once a week. But the thing is, before I start the streams, I have to make the first episode an actual video, right? Because the whole point of that series is that the viewers pick the starters, which is what happened in the previous versions. In the previous 2 times I've done this this Let's Play, because this is like, okay, backstory. Pokemon Rejuvenation, as of right now, is my favorite fan game, and I have never finished it or even gotten close to it, right? So, technically speaking, I have played 4 different times from beginning to a certain point in the game, right? And the problem is that when I played it the first time, right, that was me. That was just me trying stuff out. I didn't like some of the stuff that I was doing. Well, no. It's not that I didn't like some of the stuff. I didn't like where I was at the time, right? So then when a newer update came out, I decided to start over again, right? And so that was the second personal Let's Play I did for it. And then once I think it was version 10 came out. When version 10 came out, it was at the same time that Insurgents came out with their final like official version, and I was like, oh, I can do this because I wanted to try Insurgents, but I liked Rejuvenation. Like I said, it's my favorite fan-made game so far. I just feel bad that I have never finished it. So what I ended up doing is that I started a co-op. Not a co-op. How do I say this? A duo Let's Play, I guess, on the channel. This was years ago, right? Like really long time ago. This was like back in like 2015 or something like that. So what I did was I was doing, because back then I had more time and I was able to just make more content. It might have been 2014. I don't remember. The point is, it was a long time ago, right? Over 10 years ago. So what ended up happening is that I was having 2 Let's Plays going on the channel at the same time. Pokemon Insurgents and Pokemon Rejuvenation. And I would do them like one day this one, the other day this one, and I would go back and forth. Sometimes I would have 2 episodes of each a week, but it got to the point where it wasn't feasible for me to do that anymore. On top of the fact that I wasn't having as much fun with Insurgents as I thought I was going to do. Like, I liked the beta of the game. Right? I liked the beta they had for the game. But I don't know why I wasn't clicking with the final release of the game. So, and no offense to the creator of the game, because I think he did a phenomenal job. But it wasn't clicking with me. Whereas Rejuvenation, like I said, because I liked it so much more to begin with, and this was like my 3rd attempt at it. So I was like, I would rather finish this one. So I dropped Insurgents and I kept doing Rejuvenation. But then, because of like a huge time lapse and just a bunch of stuff that were happening in my personal life, I stopped that Let's Play. I got really far, right? I don't remember exactly where I ended up in, right? If you look in the history of the channel, you'll probably find it somewhere in there. So what ended up happening is that I think it was 2019. I'm trying to recall. I believe it was 2019 when I decided to start over again, right? And I was gonna make this like just a good like let's play for the channel. At that point, I didn't think I had any other let's play going on for anything in particular. A couple of my like collaboration let's plays kind of like went to the wayside. They died out, or things just weren't happening. So I said, okay, this is a good time to bring it back up. So I started my 4th let's play of Rejuvenation, right? And this was back in like version 11 something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but in between 11 or between when I started and I don't remember exactly what point, the game updated again to version 12, right? And that's what I ended up doing. Like I kept playing that version, and it got to the point where I wasn't able to make the videos anymore. So then I turned it into a stream game where I would play it on stream as much as I could. But the problem became is that because I used to use my other laptop, my old computer, which is still here, it's still dying, it's still dead. Well, it's not dead yet because it exists, right? I can turn it on if I need to, but I'm not turning it on because I don't need to right now, right? So it's still there. That machine sucks for streaming. Like, I was able to do editing and all that stuff because I could just finish what I was doing and then just leave it there for it to do its business. If I tried to stream on that computer, it would literally burn. Okay, I shouldn't say literally, but it wasn't feasible, and the game would lag and crash so badly to the point where it was not possible, right? So I got to the point where I said, okay, I can't make videos. Streaming with it sucks, right? So I can't do that. And so basically the Let's Play just died, right? And then a bunch of stuff has happened since then. And I think the last time I made any content for that game was last year. I could probably look it up. It's easy. Look. If I open up my YouTube Studio on my phone, I can tell you exactly when was the last time that I made anything Rejuvenations related. Where's my playlist? There's my playlists. Pokemon Rejuvenation. There it is. Okay, there it is. So this was episode 32 of the second Let's Play. This was literally August 21st, 2023. That was the last time I made Pokemon Rejuvenation content on this channel, right? So it was over a year ago that I've touched this game. And the reason why it was such a struggle is because I kind of like was forcing myself to do as much as I could with it. Because the problem is that ever since I started that Let's Play, and because of how many delays I had for it, and all the problems that kept happening, and all the times that I just didn't do it, right? Everything about that, right? So here's what ended up happening. Right now, the game is in version 13.5, right? It's had like 3 updates since the version I was playing at. And I don't mean like full updates. There was small incremental updates that led to where we are right now. And the thing is that the latest version of the game actually doesn't work with whatever save file you had before, right? Because they restructured the whole beginning portion of the game. So if you're not at a certain point in your save file, it basically corrupts your data. And I didn't want to do that. So then I was like frantically trying to get that far into the game so that I wouldn't lose any of my stuff. But obviously that didn't happen because I wasn't able to play the game. So I just said, screw it. I'm not gonna, if I really want this to become like an actual streaming game, then I need to just say start over. So this is technically my 5th Let's Play on this freaking game. Damn it. But I hope that this is the last one. And honestly, if it gets to a point where I feel like I'm not getting anywhere in terms of the content, I'm just gonna play it by myself. Okay, I want to finish this game. I really like Rejuvenation. I love the characters. I love the story, and I'm not gonna leave it to die again. Okay, I refuse to leave it to die. So that's like the first news, is that I officially have it. So my game plan for that game right now is sometime this week. I'm shooting for maybe hopefully Wednesday, if everything goes well. Okay, is to record what will be the first episode of this brand new Let's Play. It's gonna have its own playlist. Okay, I'm not gonna shove it into the other one because the other one has 2 failed Let's Plays in it already. Okay, so it's gonna get its own official playlist for this game. And what's gonna happen is I'm gonna make the first video, the first episode, and I'm gonna get to the point where you pick your starter, and then I'm gonna leave it up to the viewers to choose my starter for me. And then I'll give you guys like a week. I'll give you guys a week to pick my starter. Excuse me. And then once the week is up, then that next weekend, you guys will have the first stream officially back of Pokemon Rejuvenation. And I'll be like episode 2 of the series, and then we'll just have that be like a weekly series, right? Is it gonna take a while? Yes, but I'm hoping to make it to where I get at least 2 official, hopefully like 2.5 hours of gameplay for you all, so that we're not stuck in this perpetual loop of like taking forever, and then all of a sudden we get another fucking update. Because I'm pretty sure this isn't the last update. There's no way that this is done. There's definitely way more coming. From what I was seeing in the blogs, this is not the final version of the game, which is crazy. Like I said, we're almost at version 14 and the game is not done yet. It's crazy. This game has been going on for years. So, like I said, that's like the first plan for you all. So, like I said, I'm hoping, if everything goes well, to have that video out Wednesday, and then we'll give you guys a whole week. Well, it'll be a little bit over a week, because technically speaking, when we do the stream, it'll be let's see, if I do it, I'm going to look at my calendar. If I do it for Wednesday, that's the 13th, I give you guys a week, right? So what we would do it would be on the 24th, so you'll have a week and 3 days to pick my starter, and I'll be in the comments. You guys will just type in the comments like, hey, this is I suggest this one, or I want you to pick this one, blah, blah, and whichever one whichever mon I see the most, or whichever comment has the most likes, then that'll be the starter, right? I don't know how it's going to be in this new version, because, like I said, the last time I played it, it was up to Gen 7? Yes. It was up to Gen 7 when you did that. So, I don't know if they've added the Gen 8 and Gen 9 starters in there. And I don't know if they've changed, because there's like a randomizer you can do. It's like you go into this well, at least back in the day, you would just go, there's like this machine you could go to, and it's like a lottery, and then it'll give you like a random Pokemon. Like you get like a Riolu and like Axew or something like that, or just like random Pokemon like that, or you could just get actually one of the starters. But for the most part, if you do that, you're gambling and trying to get like one of these rare Pokemon to be your starter. So I don't know if that's still in the game, but we'll see. But like I said, you guys will be picking my starter for me in the comments of that video when it comes out Wednesday. Okay, that's the plan for this stream cycle, or this Let's Play. That's the best question. So I will make in a Let's Play playlist between today and tomorrow. Excuse me. The video, I'll record it probably tomorrow, and then have it upload for Wednesday. And then you'll have that whole week and a couple days to decide and start in the comments, and then we'll go from there. So that's the first order of business. The second order of business is that Pokemon Gaia request that I was told to check out. So I will be looking into that game between tomorrow and Tuesday, right? Just so I have a feel of how good this game is, if it's even worth my time, which I'm pretty sure it will be, because most fan games tend to have some quality behind them. Okay, well, there are exceptions, right? But if it looks interesting enough, then that will be the second Let's Play on streams. But I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, because my problem is if I have 2 Let's Plays going on at the same time, and I only stream on the weekends, right? So I don't know how I'm gonna divide that up because I don't want all my streams to be gaming streams. I want to be able to do other types of streams like this one, where it's just me talking to you guys and then we interact in the chat and stuff like that, right? I don't want just because my channel has never been like a just gaming focused channel. It's always been mainly like anime and episode reviews and then like random like topics or discussions and stuff like that, and then some slight gaming on the side, right? It's never been a purely gaming channel, so I don't want to turn all my streams into gaming channels or into gaming streams, right? So I will figure out, but again, this all depends on whether I'm actually interested in the concept of the game or not, right? I'm not gonna tell you guys right now immediately that's what we're gonna do because I don't know how I feel about the game right now. So that's that. Now, in terms of one of the big things that I'm still debating, but I'm probably gonna go through with it because at this point I don't think it's even necessary for me to do it anymore, to have it anymore in there. If I look at my analytics, I'm gonna open it over here on my other side. This one. If I look at my YouTube Studio, okay, where is it? YouTube Studio, there it is. Which, by the way, we made 820 subscribers. We made it to the 820 again. That's like my goal for the end of the year. It's just 820 subscribers, and we've been going up and down, and like, so we're there again. And I'm like, please just stay there. I don't want you to drop down again because I'm trying to make that's my end goal for the year. It's just maintain 820 subscribers, and then next year we can work on something else. But as I was saying, if I look at my analytics, a lot of people that find this channel for some reason, well, I shouldn't say for some reason because it's what most of my channel is about, is like X and Y and Yokai Watch reviews, which is like, bro, especially Yokai Watch, because I dropped that series years ago. So my idea that I've been toying with is not that I don't mind people coming to view the Yokai Watch reviews. The problem is that most of the time when people click on those reviews, they're either expecting the episode or they don't watch it all the way through, right? And realistically speaking, that series still holds like a very negative, how did I put it? Has a very negative stigma on my channel, right? At least that's how I feel about it, right? Do I regret making those reviews? No, but at the same time, it's from a time in my life where I was forcing myself to do stuff that I didn't want to do, right? So X and Y and Yokai Watch, I basically watched them simultaneously. And the problem is, when I started reviewing Yokai Watch, I did it on the request of a viewer from back then, right? They were like, hey, you should watch this new show, Yokai Watch. It's supposed to be like a competitor to Pokemon, and like they're making this a big deal and all that stuff, right? So I said, okay, if that's what you suggest, if that's what you want me to do, let me go for it. And in my mind, like back then, I was doing reviews of Pokemon X and Y. I think I was doing Legend of Korra, but I don't remember. And then I was also doing Fairy Tail, right? So I was reviewing like 3 different series at the same time. And then, this was before I started the reviews of Fairy Tail because I was waiting for the series to come back. So I don't recall when I started reviewing Yokai Watch. The point is that I was reviewing more than one series at the same time, right? So I had like 4 different episode reviews for different series. Because I also did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when it came out like 2016. No, 2015. 2015, 2016. I don't remember when I did the TMNT reviews. But the point is, I started reviewing that series. And the problem is that I despised X and Y, right? After a certain point in the series, I despised the series, right? And I was only reviewing it because the fans I had, like the people that used to watch my content, really liked watching my X and Y reviews. So then I was like, okay, well, I can tough it out because these are my like most viewed videos, and a lot of people have discussions in the comments, and there's always like a dialogue. I don't have a problem with that. But so I disliked that series, and then I was also forcing myself to do Yokai Watch, and Yokai Watch was also a series that I despise. I most of the episodes, if you go back, and like I said, this is leading to what I'm saying. If you go back and watch those episode reviews, most of the time I was angry, I was upset, I was very like indifferent. There was a lot of things that I didn't like. I hated the main character, right? So it got to the point where I had a negative stigma to myself because I'm like, I'm hating on X and Y, I'm hating on Yokai Watch. Why the fuck are you watching these shows if all you do is bitch, 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 okay? And on top of that, right? So I had those two series, and then Fairy Tail comes in, which I like Fairy Tail, and then I got to the fucking Tartarus arc, and I fucking hated that arc, so most of the time you hear me complain bitch about that one, and then Korra did the same thing. I got to the point, I hate Season 2 of Korra so much, so then most of the time, you just get me raging or pissed off at all these shows that I'm watching and reviewing for all of you, right? So it got to the point where it just like, I had to stop, right? So I finished Korra because that one is different. Like there was 4 seasons. I got through with it, right? X and Y, I finished it, and then I took a hiatus for Pokemon reviews for a long time because I could not see myself doing that again, right? Fairy Tail, I stopped. I don't remember when. I think I took a break, and then I did Fairy Tail Zero, and that was good. And then I came back for like the final arc. I think I don't remember if I did reviews for the finale of Fairy Tail. Now that I think about it, I don't know if I did. I might not have. I don't recall. Like I would have to look back, but I do not think I did that. So the point is, I was having all these negative things with me, and at a certain point I had stopped doing TMNT because it was too much for me to handle, and I wasn't having as much time. I wasn't having as much fun reviewing that one, right? So what I ended up doing is that I said, at a certain point, all this is doing too much to me mentally. It's physically exhausting to have to wake up or have to like get on the computer just to watch these videos or these episodes that I know I'm going to dislike. So I took the liberty of just stopping the reviews. I don't remember what episode it was, but I said screw it. And I think the biggest problem with Yokai Watch for me is that by the time the person requested the series to me, they were already at close to 100 episodes of this show. So then I was like, fuck, I have to catch up to this shit, right? And the problem is, it's not like they had like episodes that link to each other, right? They are these fucking gags where like every episode was like 2 to 3 stories that aren't intertwined with each other, right? They have these like mini episodes, and the episodes themselves were mini episodes in itself. So imagine me, a person who watches animes, and like the biggest dislikes I have for any show to do is when they shove multiple stories in one episode, right? Which is one of the reasons why the Horizons episode review from last week was like, bro, what is this? Like, come on, you're putting in 3 stories that have nothing to do with each other in one episode. I don't like it when shows do that, and that's why there's been like animes in the past that my wife finds, and then when I look at it, it's like, oh, they're like mini stories in the episodes. I don't like shows like that. I hate it when they do that. So Yokai Watch just being mini stories in each episode of like 2 to 3 different things that have no correlation to each other. I got to my breaking point and I stopped it. So the reason for this whole tangent is that probably in like the next month or so, if I put my foot down, I will be privating all Yokai Watch episode reviews on channel. I'm scrubbing the playlist. Well, I'm privating the playlist. I'm basically hiding away this series because I don't think that it needs to be on the channel anymore. It's bringing in people that, and I have received subscriptions from people that watch Yokai Watch or that like Yokai Watch, but I'm not making that content anymore. So I don't want to give a false impression to anybody that's looking for this content that I'm going to be over here talking about Yokai Watch. So I'm going to private all those videos. Okay, how far did I get? How far did I get? Because I know I got far. Playlist. Yokai Watch. Where's my Yokai Watch playlist? Damn, it's way at the bottom because it's been forever. 108 videos. 108 Yokai Watch videos. They're going to be gone, okay? I mean, they'll still be on the channel. They're just going to be privated, so nobody will be able to see them. So if you like my Yokai Watch reviews, my suggestion is to go watch them. And I think there's an option to have them for yourself if you even care, right? Like I said, these things are old as fuck. So if it's something you're interested in, get it while you can, because once I private them, they're gone. They're gone. I'm not going to delete them because they're still part of the channel, but they will be gone from the public eye, right? So that's another huge thing, because I want my channel to be structured. So because of that, that's like the main one. The other anime reviews I have, none of them get that type of views. Like I'm not seeing anybody searching for no Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm not seeing nobody looking for Legend of Korra. Right? None of those other series get any attention. Fairy Tail also doesn't get any love. Like I don't remember the last time anybody saw one of my Fairy Tail reviews. So I think I only did Tartaros, right? Yeah, I don't think I did anything else. Whatever. The point is, nobody's watching those. I'll leave the X and Y stuff in there because Pokemon is still relevant to the channel. And I still do like mention it every once in a while just because it's a fun topic. Or people ask about it and I'll talk about it, you know. But overall, like getting rid of that on the channel, I feel it'll do good for me and the channel, because I'm not gonna get all these people false hopes that I'm over here doing content on something I'm not doing content for, right? Most of my channel is Pokemon related, so if that's the main focus, then I want that to be the main focus. So getting rid of the biggest contender right now, I think it will be beneficial for the channel as a whole, because right now the problem with me as a creator, right, is that most of the stuff that people watch is old, right? I'm not getting new faces because they're looking at old content from fucking years ago, right? So if I get rid of one big block, then hopefully people will be able to be suggested my other content, right? Because like at the end of the day, I still want the channel to grow. I just don't ask for anything because I feel like it should be a natural instinct for the viewer, right? That's why you never see me asking for subscriptions. You never see me asking for likes or shares or none of that, because I want it to be a natural thing. Like you have that instinct to do that for yourself, right? So all the subscribers I've had up to this point have just been people that have liked something on the channel and decided to be with, follow along. So that's the second big ticket item, right? The third one is VGC, more VGC content's on the way. So I still need to look at my timeline because there's there's three, because I have participated in the tournament on Friday, right? But that one's, I'm going to handle it a little bit differently. But I went to a tournament in September, and then I also participated in a tryout for a team where we had to face opponents from another country. Excuse me. So I need to see which one happened first, because that'll decide what's the next. It's freezing again. Oh my god, I hate it when it does this. Hold on, it better be. Okay, I'm seeing it now. Maybe because they heard me saying I'm gonna private videos. It's like, whoa. Okay. I think it should be okay now. Like, can you let me know if it's okay now? Please and thank you. Because I see it green on my OBS, so I'm assuming it's good. Yes, it's good. Perfect. Awesome. I just realized the chat isn't disappearing like it used to be. I'll fix that in the later thing. Anyways, VGC. So I need to figure out which one came first. If it's the tournament that I participate in or that other trial. Because depending on which one it is, that will be the first video that comes out for the next VGC videos, right? In the VGC series, which by the way, I need to make a playlist for because at this point, that's 3 videos so far, and then there'll be 3 more afterwards, and then potentially 2 more because I'm participating in a tournament next Friday and next Saturday, so that's 5 VGC videos I need to make, which is gonna kill me, but I gotta do it. Okay, if I'm trying to grow that side of my channel, then I need to start pumping out content for that. So I will be double checking to see which one came first, and then it'll either be the tryout, which will be a short video, right? Maybe at most like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, somewhere around there, depending on how long I want to do it. The tournament I went to in September, right? The other tournament, that one I want to make it like a storyline, like actually like script it out and make it more interesting. And then the tournament from last Friday, or from this Friday, that one will also be like a short video because I don't have notes. I'm just going to give you guys like a story of what happened, right? And then, depending on what happens this weekend, I'll make those the way I'm thinking about doing them. Like, so I'm trying to make those videos better so that you guys enjoy them more, right? So that's like the next time. VGC is here to stay for now, right? There's no plans for me to get rid of that content yet. It's not popping off as much as I would hope, but I'm hoping that as I continue with more of them, then hopefully I'll be able to gather that audience, and then I'll have that, be part of the channel, and people will like it, right? Like, it's not doing terrible. I think the last one was just too long. I think that's the problem. The last VGC video I did was way too long. It was almost an hour long. The other ones that I've done, let's see. I don't think they've been that long. Hold on. No, the previous one was 47 minutes. And then the one before that was 44. So they've been growing in time, which I know can be a little much, especially since the rest of my content is like less than 20 minutes for the most part, right? So then you have like these big videos out there that are just like, whoa, that's a lot. It's a lot to do, right? It's a lot to take in, right? But I hope that if I start expanding more, and then hopefully I'll be able to actually retain an audience for those videos. So that'll be fun. Outside of that, right? Outside of the VGC stuff, right? Which is still happening. The Pokemon Horizons now are going to be the weekly reviews. They're going to get them between Saturday and Sunday. Hopefully, more than likely Saturdays. But, of course, this weekend, since I have that tournament that's not online, it's like an actual physical location. I don't know if I'm able to have the Horizons review on Saturday, so I'm hoping to do it Sunday morning at some point. So, hopefully, or at least the game plan is to have them out on Saturdays. Now, because Horizons is now back to its weekly schedule, I still want to do other content surrounding the anime, right? So, like back in the day, I used to have like theory videos on what's going to happen in a future video or an episode, or what I think is going to happen with a certain character, or if we're going to get like an evolution or a capture or stuff like that. So I hope that I'm able to do more of that. And my game plan for those is I need to look at like announcements that are out there, and then make theories based on what I see in those announcements, right? Which means I need to like get back into the groove of things of like looking for news when it comes to the anime, like I used to do. But the problem right now is and I wanna mention it because it impacted um, during the big mass leak that we had at this point, like a month ago, right? I think it's been a month. It might be a little bit less. The mass leak that happened with Game Freak, there were supposed spoilers for Horizons in those leaks. Now, I personally did not go out of my way to look at any leaks, and I'm talking about for anything. No games, no beta stuff, no anime, no planning future releases, none. I did no snooping because I like to be surprised when stuff happens, right? I want to be entertained and be able to plan things out. So that causes a problem because if the leaks that happen with the anime are real and I make a theory video on something that's going to happen in the future and all of a sudden I get it either completely off and wrong because that's not what the leaks say, or I hit it spot on and all of a sudden people are like, oh, you're saying that because you saw the leak, which is a problem. So I need to figure out a way to make it to where I don't do stuff that might be in the leaks, but because I don't know anything about the leaks, I didn't look at them, I don't know what I can say without causing problems, right? So it's one of those things where we'll have to learn as we go. So hopefully I can do those types of video calls again, because I like doing them. I like theorizing. I like, imagining things and trying to get into the head of the writers when it comes to a lot of the stuff with the way they handle things, right? I was able to predict a couple things, right? I predicted, when Quaxley was going to evolve. I predicted that Hatena was going to be captured. I talked about the Watcho capture. I talked about the Tinkatink capture. I talked about the Spigatito evolution. Like, there's just a couple things that I've been able to call out, but I want to do more of that stuff. But again, I don't know if it's going to cause a problem because it's already in the leaks, and then I won't know. So it's just an idea now how I want to handle those. So that's again another thing I want to the channel I wanted to expand, right? So I'm trying to come up with all these ideas of stuff that I want to make, so the channel can be diverse, but also centralized into a specific thing, right? So which brings me to the next one, right? I have been talking about a short series that I want to do on the channel, right? Now that I have everything on my computer and I've caught up with Horizons and I should be back to a normal rhythm when it comes to like videos and stuff like that, I want to get back to the script writing of that series because I want to have a couple written out so that I can have them release on a weekly schedule. Thinking Thursdays, right? That's my game plan for now, is like either Thursdays, Tuesdays or Thursdays, one of the two. I'm not sure which I want to do yet, but for the most part, I want to have at least a couple written down so that I can record a couple down and then have them edited and then ready to go so that they publish on a weekly basis. And then as the weeks go by of them being uploaded and all that stuff, then I can start coming up with ideas for other ones. So I want to make at least 4 or 5 that have been scripted down and recorded and edited, ready to be uploaded, right? Before I start thinking about the next ones, because I also want that to be like a viewer participation where you guys make suggestions as well for that topic, and then I can also I mix in stuff that you bring up and then stuff that I want to bring up, So that is the next thing that I'm going to be working on this week. I know I'm putting a lot on my plate, right? But it's not like going to be one of those things where I do them all this week, right? Obviously. I want to at least start working on the scripts for those shorts during the week, and then start working on the recordings during, the next couple of weeks and stuff like that, and then do the editing and all that stuff and get them ready to upload and stuff like that. So that's also gonna be hopefully something that brings new viewers to the channel, because shorts apparently are supposed to be like a gateway to the rest of your content. So I hope that if I do that, then I can tie it in somewhere in future videos and stuff like that I want to do, or that I end up doing, or just have more eyes on the channel, right? Which brings me to the big the big hurdle on the channel, which is the anime times that I have been talking about at this point for almost 2 years, right? I decided that I'm not gonna wait anymore. Not that I'm not gonna hopefully get the stuff from my artist friend Swishy, right? I just want to get the video recorded and then edited down as much as possible, so that I can come back to her and be like, hey, I think I'm ready to make this go live. If we're not ready with all the stuff that we have been talking about, can we at least do the thumbnail and then just publish it like that, and just do something else for the in-betweens and stuff like that, and then go from there, right? That, because I want, and that however, I'm not gonna have it by the end of this year. I do not think I'm gonna be able to do this by the end of the year, right? Because there's a lot of things I want to do with this series. Like, I want the anime times so that when they come back, that they're actually something I'm proud of again. Okay? Because the problem with the anime times from back in the day is that I would just throw shit and see what sticks. And some anime reviews did relatively okay. Other ones tanked. But for the most part, I felt like they had a lot of lacking substance. Especially since I was just watching and reviewing whatever, right? I don't want to go back that route. I want to make anime times for animes that I actually am enjoying and stuff like that, right? So my hope is that if I'm able to get at least the recordings done between now and December, I can do the editings in December, like edit the video in December with whatever I have, personally here, without all the intro, the title cards, or any of that stuff that I asked Swishy for, right? Have that ready to go, and then publish it in January. Like, have the video come out in January, and depending on how that video does, which again is going to be completely different to any other videos on the channel, okay? Because the anime times, the way I structure them, is nothing like everything else I do on the channel, right? Though the anime reviews themselves are like a big, like, hard task for me to handle, which is why I've been hesitant to bring it back, right? Because it takes a lot, right? Even back then, even though they were simpler, most of the anime reviews I used to do back in the day took most of my time in terms of like how long I spent working on them, right? Every other content you see on the channel, for the most part, I'm doing them for like 2 to 3 hours. The anime reviews, like the anime time, which for those of you guys who know, anime times are anime reviews on the channel. Those anime times would take me like 10 to 12 hours just to get them ready to go, which is a huge number considering most of my other content takes like 2 hours, right? And most of that time is like just like gathering the images or editing down all of the random weird stuff that happens in the recordings, right? So realistically speaking, none of that. Like, the only other video that I think has ever come close is one of the top 10s I did back in 2018, I think it was 2017. I think it was 2017. One of the top 10s I did in 2017 where that one took me 8 hours to make. And that was scripting, like, gathering all the stuff that I needed for it, recording, editing down, like all that took me 8 hours to do, which is still less than what I used to do for the anime reviews. And I know for a fact that this one, the way I'm planning to bring back this series, I'm gonna need at least a day's worth of time to make it, which is extremely too long for a channel of my size, okay? So that's why I said I ain't having this out this year, okay? I'm hoping to God that at least the script is done, right? The script has been finished for months, but I've been waiting for Swishy, but I know that she has a lot of stuff because she's also like working a full-time job, and she was working with somebody else for the intro and a bunch of stuff. So I haven't really been pressing her on it, which is also my fault. But the thing is, I feel like I should at least get my part done, and if I get my part done, then and only then can I feel confident enough to go to her and be like, hey, I have this ready. Like, so far, what do you have? And if you still haven't been able to get started on certain things, can you at least give me the thumbnail, and then we can work the rest for later, right? And go from there, right? And I'm hoping, and I really, really hope that I'm able to pull this off just to get it out for you guys in January. I don't know when in January, but if I get it done, it will be in January when the anime time comes out. Now, the caveat for that is because of how long it takes me to make anime times, and if I improve the quality of them to this extent for the future, right, I will not be able to make these as frequent as I want. Because back in the day, because I have more free time, I used to pump them out at least once a month. Sometimes if I was lucky, I was able to make 2 a month, right? I don't have that luxury anymore, okay? I'm a full-time employee, okay, who works extra hours outside of my schedule for reasons that are beyond my control, right? I have a wife that I want to spend time with. We have things that we do together. We have, dates and stuff that we try to do. So YouTube isn't like top priority, right? So I can't make any promises on like monthly uploads for this series, especially because it takes me so long to make them. But the idea is, if and when I upload that video, which, like I said, my expectations is January, right? Sometime in January. If that video does well enough that I feel confident in reviving the series as a whole, right, then what I want to do is go through my logs not my logs, look into my playlist for all the past anime reviews I've done on the channel, and sitting down with my wife, right, and going, hey, look at all these shows. Is there anyone that interests you? And then I want to, if there's maybe one that she doesn't want to watch, then I'll watch it by myself. But I want to at least experience this with a new, like, fresh pair of eyes. So we watch the show. I might make notes. I don't know whether I'm going to do that or not. But watching the show with her, and then if I do scribble some notes here and there for things that are interesting, and then get her perspective at the end of it, right? And then what I'll do is that, whatever, if I write anything down, I'll have that, her perspective, which I will write down, and then what I'll do is I'll translate it, and I'll make the script for that anime, and then that will be like a revamped anime time of an old anime review on the channel, right? Because I want to redo all my anime reviews. I just don't know which one to start with, so that's why I'm going to have her help me out with that stuff. But like I said, that's like the biggest series on the channel, so it scares me to do it, right? It scares me to do it because now the fact that I have to put so much time into it and I don't feel confident. You like that idea? Good. But like I said, this all depends on how, like, when I upload that anime time, it'll be one of those things where, like, depending on how it does, I'll decide whether I think it's worth bringing it back. Because I don't know how well it's going to do. The show itself is a little old, right? I don't even remember when the fuck it came out. I could probably look it up. When did you come out? Nope. Hold on. There we go. 2017. Oh, wait. OBS crashed there for a second. That the anime came out 2017. So because of that, I don't know how relevant it's gonna be. But it doesn't mean I'm not gonna try it, right? And it's the only reason why I'm sticking to that show in particular is because I've been talking about that review for years now. Like, I don't remember when was the first time I talked about it, but boy, if I don't get this review out, it's gonna haunt me till the day I die. So I want to at least get that one over and done with and say, hey, I fucking did it. So if it blows, you know what? It's out there. I did it, and I can say, you know what? It took me a while, but I got it done. That's all that matters to me. If it does great, then, you know, fuck it. Awesome. It worked. But, like I said, it'll be at my discretion, okay? Like, I'll be the one to decide whether or not it's actually worth a damn to continue that series, right? I don't feel like if it's not, how do I put it? If the audience isn't here for it, right? This series, right? The Anime Time series on the channel, is not one of those that I'm willing to spend time on if there's no return for it. You know, if there's no interest for it, I'm not doing it. It's too much of a commitment on my end to see it as a worthwhile investment of my time to do, right? Back in the day, when I had more time, then yeah, fuck it, I could do all that shit no matter what, right? Even I had reviews that bombed, like, right? You know, they didn't do so well. But back then, I had all the free time in the world. Now I don't. I'm an adult with adult responsibilities, and I don't see it as a worthwhile investment if there's no return for it. Everything else on the channel, I have no problems because most of the other stuff I make doesn't really take me that long, right? So it all hinges on how well it does, and it's how well it does in my eyes, whether it's a worthwhile thing to do. Outside of that, the only last thing that we could do on that we can talk about on the channel is the viewer Fridays, which are apparently kicking alive nowadays, because we did the last one last week with last week, not this Friday, the Friday before. We did a viewer Friday there, and we already got a suggestion for the next one. I didn't want to do it this weekend because there was a lot of stuff going on, and then I ended up participating in that tournament, so that also took time from me. So my idea is to have it this Friday. Oh wait, hold on. No, this Friday I have the tournament because they moved. Okay, so I was supposed to have a tournament Friday, right? And then they moved it to this Friday, but then they had a surprise one as a replacement. So I still participated in the tournament, right? But now I have to figure out at what time it is next Friday or this coming Friday. Because what I could do is have the viewer Friday earlier in the day, right? I don't have a problem with doing that. So I think that might be what I do. Have it sometime in the afternoon, and then just be ready for the tournament later in the evening. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I will be creating the not creating. I'll be scheduling the live stream tomorrow for Friday. I'll need to make the thumbnail for it, so I'm gonna do that tomorrow morning, and then schedule it. I have a lot of things this week, as you can clearly tell. But I'll have that, and then I'll schedule it for Friday. I'll figure out what time, because it needs to happen before the tournament, which I need to figure out what time the tournament's gonna be at. But those streams, it's a stream because they want me to do a rankings, and I don't like to do rankings on videos unless it's the top 10, because the top 10 I can do as a video, but like a rankings tier list thing, no, bro, I need to do that as a stream, otherwise it's gonna be hectic as fuck, and I don't want to deal with that. So, because the last time I tried to do that as a video, I couldn't get the recording working properly. So yeah, so that will be this week. Like I said, when I schedule it, you'll know what it's about. I don't want to ruin the surprise, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people who watch my channel will like it. Because the topic is interesting, because I haven't thought about it in years, right? So I hope it's good, and I hope I remember much. I might have to do some like research again for some of the things that I need to talk about. But for the most part, I have a pretty good grasp on how I want to do that. So, and I guess that's it, right? I don't think I have anything else planned for the channel for now. I'm always welcome to ideas. Obviously, you guys know that. If there's any like content any old content, I think that's the key thing. If there's any old content, if you're an old head, or if you're new but you've watched some of my old content, if there's anything that you remember seeing that interests you, bring it up. I would gladly talk about some of the other stuff, and I want to do more streams like this. I want to do more vlogging streams where we just talk. I'm planning on if we remain steady on the 820. Right now we're at 821, right? But if we remain steady on the 820s by the time we're in December, I'm planning on doing a Q&A, right? I want to do another Q&A, which will be a video, right? So you guys make the questions, or ask the questions in like comments and the community posts and stuff like that, and then I'll make the video responding to the comments, because I want to. If we make it, because that's my goal. My goal is to have 820 subscribers by the end of the year, and if we maintain that steady, then I want to give a reward for it, right? So that will be the reward. And I think that's pretty much it for now. I don't think there's anything else to talk about. It's a long ass stream. Well, okay, I shouldn't say that. It wasn't that long per se, but it was long enough to where I was able to talk about everything I wanted to talk about. Like I said, the only video that's coming out this week is the Rejuvenation first episode for you guys. We're gonna pick my starter and all that stuff, and then Horizons next weekend. At this point, there's nothing new, because right now all we have is the Cleve War stuff, right? So there's nothing major happening for now, because until they catch Cleve War, there's nothing else that we need to talk about. And I'm pretty sure Cleve War has another episode, right? We get next episode, and I think they're gonna catch it 74. But obviously, I won't know for sure until I watch the episode this coming weekend. So I can't make any any shouts or any theories because right now there's nothing else happening. OBS is back. I hate it all the time. Woo. So, as I said, right now I'm leaving it open to the viewers. If there's anything you want to talk about, is there any topics that you would like to discuss? Anything of note or interest from you all, feel free to leave it in the chat and we can talk about it. Otherwise, we're coming off the stream in the next couple minutes. Because I don't think there's anything else right now. I literally don't have anything else. Hey, thanks for the hearts in the emotes or the emojis that we have here. Okay, that's what they're called. So we always appreciate all that stuff. Why is it dying? Like right now, for some reason, OBS is like, oh my god, I'm dying. So it needs to stop. I've been looking over here so much because the comments or the chat is over here, but the camera's over here. So it's like, I have to like, I want to look at the camera, but the chat's over here. So it's one of those things where like, but I wish I could look at it over here, but technically speaking, it's connected over here. It's not connected over here because this one's connected to another one. So it's just a mess. I could do that. I could just switch. So I don't know. We'll see what I feel like doing in the future. Because in all honesty, I could put it over here. I don't have a problem with that. I don't see a reason not to. The camera's right here, then I can just look at the camera and then the chat. But yeah, so Wednesday, Rejuvenation episode 1 will come out. You'll get a week to decide on my starter, and then we'll upload it. I will be researching Pokemon Gaia to see if it's I'm saying, like, I don't know what's going on. Why is it like freaking out all of a sudden? It's not like, I don't know why it's doing this. Acting like this. Why? Just why? OBS, why must you do this to me? I haven't made any changes. I've been literally just been streaming this whole time. I don't know why it's doing this. I don't understand. I want to make sure I do the outro without any issues, you know? So I'm giving it some time to fix itself so that it doesn't like just, oh, goodbye, and then it, dies. Everything just died. Oh my goodness. Okay. I think that's a sign. I think that's a sign from those above saying, hey, time to cut this shit off. I think, and then OBS disconnects again. Like, OBS, you can't do this to me. I'm trying to make an outro here, and you're doing this. It's not helping me, okay? I'm trying to finish this out. I'm trying to finish the stream. Stop it. Please, for the love of God. I'm watching it carefully. I have my eyes on it. Yeah, it ain't. All right, you know what? I guess I'll end it off there. Like I said, I want to thank everybody that showed up. I really appreciate everybody that stopped by, watch the channel, watch the stream. We'll be back this week with more content. There's a lot of stuff that I have to work on. As I mentioned, I'm going to be very busy this week trying to get the channel up to speed, up to what I'm looking forward. So there's a lot of stuff that's coming out that I hope you guys are here to support, and that we're able to make some fucking magic here, okay? We want to make some good ass content, that is worthwhile and that you guys enjoy. So without further ado, that's going to be it from me, your boy, SoresanCrockxen, and I will see you all in future videos, streams, shorts, and everything in between. Also, follow me on Blue Sky. I will ask that because I'm trying to build an audience there, because I said fuck you to Twitter, and so I'm mostly chatting over there. Okay, I forgot to link this stream on Blue Sky, but I'm active on there. I've been posting here and there. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll leave it off there before OBS dies again. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.